We're going to do a few different marching variations today, kind of segueing us into class. So for starters, we're going to do our progressive marches. Start with your feet hip width apart, nice stable position. And then all we're going to do for our first movement is a lean side to side, okay? So you're bringing your heel up on each direction, and you're really trying to lean almost all of your weight into that other leg. So about 80 to maybe even 90% of that weight, you want to try to get it into that side. This is a good progression towards moving toward a single leg balance activity. Nice and controlled. Okay, so that's step one. The next step of our progressive march, and again, have your hand near that chair in case you need it, is going to be a mini march. So basically you're bringing one toe off the ground very slightly. Same concept as the last one, okay? So you're basically just feathering one of your toes, still shifting most of your weight onto that side. And this may be easy for some of you. If it's easy, really try to be intentional and really try to control even that ½ inch of being off the ground, okay? Nice and controlled. Very good. Okay, we're going to bump up the height just a little bit more. Again, this is where we might need to kind of check our balance a little bit, going back and forth with our hand near that chair to feather in case we need it. No problem, no shame. I'm thinking about just bringing my knee up about to my mid-thigh level. That's kind of the goal here. Nice and control. Very nice. Okay, last portion of this progressive march is now going to see how high we can get. If you can ultimately get towards parallel thigh to the ground, that's great. If you can get even higher, that's great. But if that is challenging for you, use this. Kind of feather yourself. That's what I always describe it. So maybe you can do a little bit, but you need it. That's okay. Just go for a little bit of challenge here. Ultimately, think about bringing that knee up as high as you can before bringing it back down under control. The more control you can get it after bringing it higher, the tougher this will be. Very nice. All right, go ahead and stop on that one. What we're going to do now is involve our vision a little bit. So keep your feet hip width apart. Again, hand near that chair in case you need it. And what we're going to do is close our eyes. Don't close your eyes yet. We're going to close our eyes though, and we're going to do heel shifts just like we did earlier, but with our eyes closed, okay? So it's going to challenge your balance quite a bit. You can watch me first. Basically, I'm closing my eyes, and then if you look down on my feet, I'm just shifting side to side. This will be a little more challenging than what we did earlier. Go ahead and join me. We're going to do about 30 seconds, eyes closed, heel shifts side to side. Nice and carefully here. Should notice a little bit more difficulty in your balance. And again, just challenging every aspect of our balance here, different ways. About halfway done here. Good. Very nice. Go ahead and relax. What we're going to do next is bring both of our feet together. We are going to do another eyes closed variation, but in this version, what we're going to do is start with a lean towards one side. Doesn't matter, we're going to do both directions. Lean towards one side, and then we're going to close our eyes with our feet together, okay? So this will be pretty easy without your eyes, or with your eyes open, but the second you close, you'll notice a lot of shifting there. So go ahead, have your hand near that chair. Give me a nice lean with those eyes closed, feet together. We're going to hang tight here for about 15 seconds. Looking good. 5 more seconds. Excellent job. Open your eyes. Go ahead and lean towards the other direction. Same exact thing. Once you get nice and grounded into place, make sure those feet are touching together. With that lean, close those eyes. Nice and controlled here. Five more seconds. And open your eyes. Very nice. What we're going to do now is one of my favorites. It's called reverse hurdles. It's going to be another marching variation. You're going to imagine having a small hurdle or fence behind you. And then what you're going to do is try to step up and over that fence or hurdle, right? And then we're going to step back up and over. So working our hip mobility a little bit, while also challenging the center of gravity change with our balance, okay? So knee up, back. And it doesn't really matter how high that hurdle is. The point is that you're challenging your hip mobility at your own level. So make that hurdle as high as you comfortably can. Obviously, the higher that hurdle is for you, quote unquote, I should say, the tougher this is going to be. So make that hurdle as high as you can and really try to reach backwards. Good. Let's do 2 more. Woo! My hurdle is 1 inch off the ground and I stepped on it, so that's good. Anyway, let's go ahead and good pivot into the other side. Good transition point. Same exact thing. I got about 8 or so repetitions there. Try to make that hurdle as high as you comfortably can on that side. Good. Nice and controlled. Remember, the slower you go and the higher the hurdle is, the tougher this exercise will be for you. Nice and easy. Good. Very nice. Okay, what we're going to do next, and I'm going to try to explain this the best I can. Start with your feet hip width apart, and then what we're going to do is step back up and over like we're doing that hurdle again. But what you're going to do is make sure that front leg, your hips are going to be pointed towards that direction. So it's going to feel kind of awkward because there's going to be a nice little stretch here. What we're going to do when you find that position is a twist, okay? So step 1 is stepping back with that hurdle, keeping those hips forward. Step 2, we're just going to do a nice, easy core twist on both sides to kind of challenge our hip and trunk mobility a little bit. So go ahead and join me whenever, just taking 1 step back to begin and keeping those hips pointed forward. Hips pointed forward. Good. We'll do 1 more pass on both sides. Very nice. Go ahead, come back. You can step back up and over. And then we're going to repeat once again on the other side. So again, hips are pointed forward. I'm stepping back. My hips are still, for the most part, pointed forward. And then your hands are also going to start forward. And then either direction to start. Nice and controlled towards one side. Nice and controlled towards the other. Of course, the further your reach is in the further your radius when you're going around is, the tougher this is going to be. Nice and easy. Good. Very nice, everyone. Go ahead and relax on that one. Okay, what we're going to do next is a side reach with our feet. So you're going to start with both feet together, and very simple movement, but all you're going to do is take a large step towards one side. You're probably going to land with your leg in a slight bend. That's great. And then all you're going to do is push out of that side to get yourself back up to your starting position, okay? So you're leaning, big far step, and then you're pushing off that side to come back up, okay? So we're going to do, this is 3. We're going to do 10 on each side. Reach, 4, good. And I really want you to be intentional about pushing, driving through that leg, trying to strengthen those leg and core muscles that are being worked, as well as challenging your balance too. There's 6, good. And 7, excellent. 3 more. Big, big push. Very nice. 1 more big push all the way down and back. Very nice. Go ahead and take a breath. Make sure you're feeling okay. We'll do a little bit of static balance in the meantime to let our body relax. Go ahead and bring your feet together once again. And then what we are going to do is try to come up on our tiptoes. This is going to be one where you might need to have something near you. We're going to come up on our tiptoes and try to hold without moving, okay? So we're going to hang tight. About 30 seconds of work here. If you can hold on the whole time, that's great. Do your best to keep those heels up as high as you can. Try to not move a muscle. About halfway done here. Try to challenge yourself. You got this. Looking good. 5 more seconds. And relax. Good. Go ahead and come down. We're going to now reach towards our left side. So we're going to do that same drill we did earlier with a big far reach, big far step, landing with that knee bend, and then pushing through that side, okay? The push is one of the most important things. So lean and push. lean, and push. Trying to get some good power through that leg and good strength. Lean and push. Good. Nice and controlled. Lean, push. Very nice. Good. Lean, push. Let's do 2 more here. Lean, big push off that side. Lean and push. Excellent job, everyone. So what we're going to do now is one of my favorites. It's a pretty challenging one. It's going to be a reverse lunge. Reverse lunge with a march, okay? So 2 steps to this. The first one's going to be the reverse lunge. So you're going to be taking a step backwards. That front knee is going to be bent very slightly. And then the next part of this is bringing your knee up as high as you can, okay? Doesn't have to be necessarily this high. It just needs to be a little high. A little challenging is what you're thinking of, okay? So we're trying to keep our leg planted the whole time. Slight knee bend, up, and then back. Up, and then back. Good. Try to bring that guy up as high as you can under control. Up high, back with the knee bend. Good. Up, bend. Beautiful. We're going to do 2 more here. Up, back, up, and back. Very nice. Go ahead and recall if you need to take a quick break. Grab some water, feel free. We're going to repeat on the other leg. Same exact thing. So plant that other leg down in position, that nice stable leg. And then we're coming up once again. Leaning back, bending that front knee just a tiny bit, right? Up and back. Good. Up, back. Nice and controlled here. Of course, too, the further you bring that foot back, the more challenging this is going to be on your balance. So see how far you can do it. Up, back. One more time. Up and back. Good. Very nice, everyone. Take a couple breaths. I know that was a lot right in a row. What we're going to do is pivot back towards the opposite foot we were just doing. So if you were on your right foot, switch to your left foot, vice versa, of course. And we're going to do some clock taps, okay? So with one foot on the ground, what you're going to do is tap right in front of your foot, almost like 12 o'clock. And then you're going to do 1 o'clock. Or if you're going the other way counterclockwise, that's okay too. Just thinking about kind of tapping all the way around that clock. Nice and controlled all the way around. And the key with this is to make sure you reset your foot. You want to reset your foot, but you also want to keep most of the weight in that stable foot, okay? So about 80% of my weight is in this stable leg. I'm just kind of lightly tapping and checking myself with that other foot, okay? That's kind of a way to think about it. So nice and carefully, we're going to work about 20 more seconds here. Hopefully you started nice and controlled all the way around. Make sure you're resetting that foot, bringing it back in every time. Good. Finish 1 more rotation all the way around your clock, whatever that looks like for you. Very nice. And then we're going to repeat on the other side once again. So again, the cues, about 80% of the weight is in this stable leg. The leg that's moving, it's a light tap. A very light tap around your clock if you're thinking about it, okay? So make sure you give yourself enough space, not like me. Don't pay attention to me. Good. Nice and controlled here. All the way around. Good. 10 more seconds. See if you can get 1 more time going back and over on that clock wherever you're at. Good. And relax. Excellent job, everyone. Let's go ahead and finish today on one of the lines. So you're going to come to one of the black lines. It doesn't matter which one is around you. Okay. And then once you're to one of those black lines, again, just make sure you got a decent amount of space. You're going to step towards the side of it. So either have both feet on the left or both feet on the right. Doesn't matter. And what you're going to do after that is take whatever side of foot is furthest away from it. So right now my right foot is touching the line. You're going to take the opposite foot and tap it over. Okay? So for myself, my right foot's touching. I'm taking my left foot, tapping over the line, and then coming back. Okay? So it should feel like you're just stepping over the line. The line is just kind of a way to give you a tangible something to reach towards, okay? Try to get over it. If you can only get kind of in front of it too, that's okay. The slower and more controlled you are on this, the more balance work you will get. Nice and controlled here. About 10 more seconds. Looking good. Good. Very nice. Go ahead and reset. Kind of the same premise as the last one too. If you remembered, we're trying to keep about 80% of our weight in our stable leg. So go ahead and shift your weight back over to the other side. And then with that foot that's touching the line, that one's going to be the stable leg. The opposite leg is going to be your moving one, the one that's going up and over that stable leg to tap the line, okay? Nice and controlled here. Nice and easy. Again, that free leg is just kind of checking yourself. It's a nice, easy tap. Very nice. 5 more seconds. Good. And relax. Very good. Okay, we're going to finish with one more kind of visual and audio cue drill. Feet are going to be, let's do a slightly staggered stance, okay? So start with both feet together, and then you're going to slightly stagger them into our semi-tandem hold. And then all you're going to do is practice looking towards one direction and then looking towards the other direction. So again, making sure in that semi-tandem or semi-staggered hold, it's going to give you the most balance work here. Good. Very nice. Go ahead and slightly stagger the other way. So bring that other foot forward. And then we're thinking the exact same thing here. Nice and controlled. Side to side. Good, and relax. Very nice. Last one we're going to do is feet both together. We're going to do head nods going up and down. For some people this is easier, some people it's a little bit tougher, but still same concept. Feet together though, you're going to be looking all the way up towards the sky and then all the way down. The point of all this is just changing your visual awareness, and when you do that, it really, really challenges a certain part of your brain, which works your balance. So up as high as you can without pain, all the way down without any issues too. Nice and controlled. Up, down, good, up, and down. Excellent. Go ahead and relax. Take a breath. Maybe get reoriented if that gives you a little bit of dizziness. We're going to do a little bit of stretching. So go ahead and move into a split stance. So one foot is going to be way far forward, like we're taking a big step. Front knee is going to be slightly bent. And then your back heel is going to be planted into the ground. Once you're in this position, keep a nice tall chest. Gently push your front knee forward and then keep that back heel planted. So getting a nice stretch on the back of our calf here, as far forward as you can. Nice and easy, big far lean. Very nice. Go ahead and come off that side. We'll repeat on the other direction. Front knee slightly bent, back heel planted firmly into the ground, pushing that front knee forward. Trying to keep that chest nice and tall. And taking a couple good breaths. Again, always checking too on that heel because sometimes it can kind of creep up a little bit. Make sure it's all the way in the back. Very nice. Come off that side. Let's go ahead and move behind our chair. We're going to do a little bit of an inner groin stretch. I really enjoy this one. So kind of in a slight split stance, all you're going to do is gently lean / bend your knee towards one side. Feel a gentle stretch. Once you feel that gentle stretch, just stop right there. We're going to hold for a good count, good breath. Very nice. All the way over to the other side, same thing. Keep that chest nice and tall. Get a nice good lean. Very nice. Excellent. Let's go ahead and we'll do a little bit of an arm stretch. So we'll take one arm, cross our body, and then we'll get 3 good breaths in this position, trying to bring that elbow as tight as you can in. Nothing too crazy here. Good. Take one more good breath. Very nice. Other direction, same thing. Pulling that guy nice and close. Good time to practice some deep breathing, trying to relax your body after that work. Very nice. Go ahead and relax. We're going to do a toe touch or a hamstring stretch. So I would have your feet about hip width apart. We will be bending forward, so if you are uncomfortable with that, you can do this with your hand on a chair. All you're going to do, though, is slightly lean down as far as you can until you feel a good stretch on the back of your thighs. You're keeping your knees nice and bent, and if you need to hold on to something, you can look up towards me. As you can see, I'm still reaching down actively as far as my body will let me. And we are breathing and holding. Take one more good breath for me. And slowly exhale. You can sit up nice and tall. Once you get towards the top, take another good breath. We're then going to put our hands on our lower back or your butt, depending on whatever is more comfortable for you. And then you're going to pinch your shoulder blades back, look up towards the sky nice and high. We're going to take 3 good breaths. In, out, good. In, out. Keep that chest out. And relax, very nice. Go ahead and shake those arms out. We're all finished for the day. Excellent job, everyone. Good work.